Mr. Jaime Camil. ¿Cómo estamos, hermano?
Hermano, ¿cómo estás? At what time is kickstand up? I know we're not writing today.
Nope, everybody flaked on the WhatsApp conversation. Everybody flaked.
What's wrong with them?
Mother's Day weekend or
You know
something.
what?
In-laws.
I had some sort of respect for them. But then they're like, yeah, it's Mother's Day, it's Mother's Day. I'm like, okay, I get it.
A la madre.
Mother's Day. O sea,
A la madre.
my mom is in Brazil, so maybe that's why I'm, Oh, but with my wife. My wife's a mom.
She's a mom. She's a mom.
See, they had a point.
She's a mom. You
She's
see?
a mom. They had a
That's
point.
right.
They had a point. So good on them.
So yeah,
Good on them for canceling.
Honorable
And respectful decision on their behalf to cancel a ride.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué?
I know, but this is the first weekend I think everybody canceled, which to me made no sense.
No sense because
Everybody.
and
Y hasta lo cambié el sábado
they
o el
officially
domingo.
canceled.
Sí.
Because sometimes they flake, they don't show up, whatever. This is the first time they officially said like, no, I'm sorry, thank you very much for
That
the
is a good
invitation.
point.
But I'm like, oh, you respect your moms and the wives
And in-laws.
and the in-laws.
Yeah.
Very good.
No, that was a big deal. Chico, from last time that you've been on the show to now, so many things have gone in. I mean, we have the trip to Mexico for DGR. We have DGR. You have
DGR.
Lopez.
See?
You've had shows going on.
God.
Where do we start? How about we start with your Harley Davidson?
Oh, yes.
That's an exciting one. Let's talk
Okay.
about what your build consists of.
Oh my God, my build consists of a lot of things.
And
I'm
just
still waiting. I'm still waiting from Lindell to send me the brakes, the rotors
and brake pads,
and the brake pads, and the rotors that are a bit like 18-inch. I believe they're a little bit bigger than the stock ones, and they send you like a relocation bracket.
Right, because it's going to
fit
extend.
that, exactly.
18-inch.
I don't know. I don't remember.
That sounds
16,
amazing.
18. I don't know. I don't
16's awesome. 18's
16
like,
is the stock, right?
No, I think stock's 15.
Then I'm probably at 17 or something, or 18. I'm not sure, but they're bigger. But they're black.
I know.
Which is nice.
I know. What are you going to do with your rims?
With what?
The rims. Are you going to powder coat them?
I have no idea. I haven't decided that because if I powder coat the rims, if I do that, it was your fault actually, right?
Yeah,
What was you to blame for?
Remy
was to blame on the Triumph. You should polish
the swing arm.
The swing arm.
The
And
swing
I'm like,
arm.
okay.
Yeah.
So I heard. Unfortunately, Trinidad.
Trinidad is in the house.
Trinidad's
we just
in the house.
recorded.
Yes, we just
he
recorded.
is back
Trini.
there.
I heard.
Boom.
Ahí está, mira, loyal Trinidad, made in the U.S., best denim in the freaking universe. Pero
I got you into the saddlebags, the inside of the saddlebags.
the inside of the saddlebags. Porque our friends.
Not even Advin Black.
Not even Advin Black does it. And so Advin Black, I have the inner fairing of my ST, Lowrider ST, black, gloss black. And of course, Roberto, the perfectionist that he is like me, he's like, I don't know, they're nice, but now the inside of the saddlebags look plasticky and they don't really match.
Yeah.
So I hit up my friend Giovanni from DC Autocraft. Imagine. I'm crazy, no? Porque like, Giovanni, what's up, Giovanni? Yes, what are you working? Well, working Porsches and Ferraris and Rolls. Giovanni, would you please paint the inside of my saddlebags? He's like, the what?
The fuck
the inside of my, and of course he's a friend. He's like, yeah, man, I'll hook you up. Don't worry. You're just ridiculous. I'm working on Rolls and Porsches and whatever. Sure, I'll do your saddlebags, man. So he was kind enough to paint the inside of the saddlebag. So now they match perfectly. Pero
yeah, because it was
the small
flat.
things, no?
Yeah,
they're just small things, no? Like black everything out on the engine, and of course the racer. I have the list.
Bolts. Yeah, you did the bolts.
The bolts,
on the engine.
Some of the bolts are the
covers.
actual bolts,
right?
The actual black bolts
and covers.
Some of them are covers because I would have had to open the whole engine.
Claro, tampoco.
And no, y tampoco es pa tanto, no?
So you got the Saddleman seat. You got the bunking engine guard.
¿Quieres saber todo?
Lo que quieres hablar.
No, pues te lo digo, es que no me acuerdo.
Los que te quieren y te trataron bien. This is el momento del shout
En este momento el shout out.
That build. Si quieres.
Claro.
I'll talk about your build.
Por supuesto.
Wait, now, for the record,
sí.
Can we say que una de las razones que te compraste es un Harley is because you saw me on my Harley and you thought it was so badass. And
well,
like,
I thought you looked very handsome and everything, and I'm like, you know what? Vamos.
Vamos. But then you saw Ulysses for the New Year's ride. And when you saw his bike, you were like, that's a good-looking bike,
That's
right?
a good-looking bike, exactly. Y yo no sabía, I wasn't really sure about aquí tengo todo yo. Yo empecé con Harleys en Mexico. I started with Harley Davidson, and that's in my blood. It's in my DNA. I love Harley Davidsons. And then I transitioned to other brands. Triumph, well, BMW primarily, and then the Triumphs here in LA.
You did the show in Mexico.
I did the show on the GS, like the same thing as Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman. And it was nice. And then I came to Los Angeles. It's a very cafe racer kind of like town, a very hipstery. I'm like, okay, perfect. And then I'm like, I don't know if I want to get a Harley or not, but I really want it. But I don't want the big, super expensive Harley, and I don't want the small, like, right? So I think you told me that the ST is amazing. It's an amazing bike. And then we saw Ulises, right?
No, Ulises. Yeah.
Ulises blue, beautiful.
The
Fast Johnny. And I'm like, wow, it's so nice. It was
our first ride of the year.
Yeah, it was beautiful. But then I test drove the bike and I didn't fit because of the mid controllers.
Right.
So they told me, no, you can push them forward with forward controls.
Right.
So I finally decided to get the bike, and of course I talked to Harley Davidson, to Jenny Lowney. She was more than nice to help me, facilitate the deal and all of that. So I end up getting the Low Rider ST, and it's just, I love the bike. My God.
I told you this once we were riding, when we were using our Senas, FYI. We got our
FYI
Senas.
Sena, we love you, Sena. We love so many people.
So many brands.
So many brands.
We love them all.
¿Sabes qué? Somos unas prostitutas.
Sí, 100%.
Sí, o sea, 100%. Muy mal.
Sena or Sena? Sena?
I think it's Sena.
50C.
50C, claro, with the camera, 4K like camera, amazing. Yeah.
But I remember the first ride we did. Well, first of all, every ride we did, the first like 7 rides you did on your bike, it was raining.
Oh yeah. See, crazy. We were kidding that the Harley Davidsons, the bikes were talking amongst them, like, oh my God, you're going to California? Yeah, I'm going to New York. Oh, I'm going to Arizona. And my bike was like, I'm going to California, man. It's going to be sunny California. Rain. Amazing, no rain. First 7 rides.
Every ride.
Not raining, man. Pouring rain. O sea, así. God was throwing buckets of water, sí.
We were getting break.
La hicimos hombrecita,
pero
la moto.
100% de principio de día uno. Pero me recuerdo 100% that, like, I was telling you through the Sena that, dude, I've been riding with you, but I've never seen you so comfortable. Like, like, there was a moment.
I'm driving the bike is not driving me.
Right. But now it's like, our rides are getting longer. We're going further, and it's that's what Harley has compared to like the Triumphs and other stuff.
Es más cómoda.
Es
mucho más cómoda.
There's like the American dream on a Harley Davidson. Like
so many movies. You told me that on the Sena. There's so many movies, so many iconic moments that have been created on Harley Davidsons.
Yeah.
It is an amazing brand.
Well, it's interesting because I had this conversation with some people traveling from Europe, and they were telling me that, look, in Europe, we have so many countries close to us, and we have a lot of mountains, and we have a lot of riding like this, a lot of twisties. And when it's your transportation and your daily and how to get to places, living there, you're over it. Living there. So the dream is to come to America and rent a motorcycle and have this open road.
Rent a Harley, right?
Rent a Harley and have this open road. And I've said this story before, but I met a crew of, I think it was like 120 Germans that rented bikes with Eagle Riders. And they did a tour from Chicago all the way to California.
Oh, wow.
And I was in California when they got there. And these giants,
Vikings
jump off the bike and they start crying. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And they're like, this was the dream. In Germany, we had, the Elvis Presley poster with him on the Harley Davidson.
McQueen.
And the McQueen and these big open roads and bikes. Like, they were in tears.
Yes.
Because it's such a beautiful...
And we get to do that every single weekend.
Every single weekend.
Every weekend we get to do that. It's it's insane. We're so blessed.
And every time...
#blessed. Rogelio would say #blessed. My character in Jane the Virgin would say, like, we are #blessed.
#blessed. I got the laughing going on here.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I have it here. Racers, 9.5 racers from, and the floorboards and the shifter pack from Thrash and Supply.
Thrashing.
Extension, cable extension, Harley Davidson. Fairing, Advan Black.
Inner fairing.
Levers, black levers from PSR USA.
PSR.
D-Star Customs, the all the bolts, the black bolts, D-Star Customs. What else? Oh, Arlen Ness, hand grips and mirrors, windshield, clear view shields, some grills that I got, for the fairing has like 3 holes, and I put some mesh there. It's motorcycleventscreens.com. Push rods, black push rods, Harley Davidson, Saddleman seat, custom dynamics, of course, the blinkers.
Right.
What else? Oh,
the all-in-one
Sawiki Speed.
The Wiki Speed.
2-to-1,
the 2-to-1 pipe.
exhaust, black ceramic Sawiki Speed.
Sounds
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Black, of course. Front axle bolt cover by Harley. Rear axle bolt cover by Harland. Harland makes amazing pieces. Multi-use little bag, handlebar bag from San Diego Customs.
Love those.
The swing arm, black swing arm covers by Killer Customs. Wrinkle black time, Dennis Kirk, a lot of things from Dennis Kirk. Dean Speed Customs, the CC bar from Dean Speed Customs. Bunking, of course, bunking.
Yeah, bunking.
And Tooling Life, my friends from Tooling Life, of course, and our dear friend Remy Favier, the Angel Motorworks. He and I and you, we installed all of the things, and now the last things to arrive. The last things to arrive are the Lindell brakes,
rotors and brake pads. Yeah. Which they're an amazing company. The quality. I know you saw it and you like it, but when you see that in hand, the
crazy,
quality
right?
it's crazy.
I cannot wait to get the parts and go to Harley Davidson and have to sell a kidney to pay for their labor to get them installed. Yeah. What the fuck? Why, man? Why is it so expensive?
Or we do it with Remy.
Huh?
Or we do it with Remy.
Remy, mon ami.
Mon ami, Remy.
Oui.
No, the bike is a beautiful build. We've been getting a lot of mileage. We've been riding everywhere and enjoying that.
Everywhere. So nice.
DGR. Last year, I mean, bravo on your performance and the money you brought in. I was just informed that this year, Canelo just donated $10,000.
Yes, man. Canelo,
George Lopez,
yes,
$5,000.
George Lopez Foundation, $5,000.
Guys, look at that.
Yes, amazing. They're so generous.
DGR is hooked up with Movember. They bring awareness to men's prostate cancer and men's mental health. Last year, you were the Los Angeles ambassador.
Correct.
Ambassador,
yeah. Ambassador.
This year, you're the global.
Yeah, the global ambassador for DGR, which I love because they support Movember, as you said, and November is the second biggest fundraiser in the world. The number one is breast cancer. Number two is Movember, men's mental health. You know, there's so.
And Trinidad is involved with the whole Movember and
really? That's amazing, man.
Distinguished gentleman, right?
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. You have a pop-up store or something right at the end of the DGR here in LA. Wow, amazing. Beautiful. No, listen, dude. I mean, you're a sponsor as well. Oh, nice.
And so is Ride Clean, FYI.
Ride Clean. Puta madre.
The simple and easy.
We have the hand sanitizer for you. We have the one that keeps your bike clean. We have the one that
keeps your hands
clean.
And you can spray it on your...
Oh, it burns. No, it doesn't burn. It's amazing. DGR.
DGR.
What is it?
Ride Clean?
No, el que me dijiste, approved.
FDA approved. It is FDA approved.
FDA approved.
And it comes free with a bottle of Ride Clean.
Oh, look at you, Ride Clean.
So Trinidad's having a pop-up in LA, which is amazing. And we're going to be riding in... Well, you're talking about...
Yeah, because Ricardo Salinas in Mexico...
I've heard of this name.
A very well-known businessman, very successful tycoon, media tycoon in Mexico. He's a very, very good friend and lovely man. So last year, he was very generous. He donated $35,000 to my fundraiser.
Which made LA almost one of the number one.
Which made LA,
almost.
We were number one the day of the ride.
Right.
The day of the ride, LA was number one.
Yeah, first
and
time.
Then New York and San Francisco felt the pressure, and they and so we ended up number 3, I believe. Overall, we were number 3. But the day of the ride, LA was number 1. And it was really, really good. And of course, I promised him that I was going to ride on one of his bikes. He owns the brand Italica. So I was going to ride in Mexico with him, alongside, side by side with him, on an Italica bike for the Mexico City DGR.
Yeah.
And so we're doing that. And I told him, why don't you send me 4 Italicas to Los Angeles, and we customize them by, we customize them with the guys that they do bikes for every celebrity in LA, like Joshi Kosaka and Remy Favier and all of them, Ryan Ressa and Ralph Holdwin. And the end result is just amazing. The 4 Italicas, they look stunning.
Yeah.
And we are going to maybe give them away in Mexico, and it's going to be a fun ride.
No, it's going to be everybody's talking about it. Yeah. I mean,
Listen,
I'm looking forward to it.
We have to put Mexico. Mexico has 3,000 bikes. It's the city where the most bikes ride at the DGR. Yet we are in number 90 when it comes to fundraising. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we need to put Mexico City on the map. I mean, my goal is to hopefully have Mexico City within the top 3 most generous cities of the DGR this year.
So when people donate to you, again, we were kind of briefly talking about this. This goes onto the Mexico scoreboard, right?
Exactly, because I'm riding in Mexico.
Right.
So when they donate to me, it'll go to the Mexico City,
right.
and it will benefit our team, which is Italica Mexico. That's our team. So right now,
and Mark Hawwa is going to meet us there too.
And Mark Hawwa, my dear friend Mark Hawwa, the founder.
Big shout out to Mark.
Yeah, the founder, creator of the DGR, is going to be kind enough to accept my invitation and fly from Australia to Mexico. He will ride with us in Mexico, and that's a humongous vote of confidence to the DGR worldwide, right? To have, and he goes to different cities, to different countries.
Yeah.
These past 12 years, he has been to different cities, but now he's going to Mexico City, which I think is great.
I think there was one year where he flew in 2 different countries and 2 different time zones.
Well, yeah, because Australia it's like a day and a half.
Atrás.
Adelante. So he rides in Australia, and then he can go to London and ride in London, or not so much from Australia to North America, right?
Yeah.
But yes, Australia and maybe, Madrid or London or
of course,
Paris or something.
Now,
Iba a hacer esto. Look at my age. Look at how old I am. I was going to go like this for my coffee.
Coño.
Ya.
No, tranquilo.
Ya estamos en la senectud. Estamos en la senectud.
Oye, por lo menos no usaste 2 manos y buscando el vaso.
Casi.
Now, estás hablando de esto so casually. This I have to call it out, is something you've put together with your... Well, first of all, I got to say kudos, because last year what you did for DGR and for Movember and bringing out this thing, you set a bar that DGR has never experienced of being actively promoting it, coming out in news channels, raising funds, making LA #1 the day of the ride. You raised the bar in so many ways that everybody was excited this year to even raise more money. And I'm sure this is going to be probably their biggest year.
Hopefully.
You are now responsible from taking Mexico from 90, which I already imagine it's already more than, it's already up there probably in the top 20,
Hopefully.
top 10.
I mean, thankfully now.
We haven't looked.
Well, Italica Mexico, the team is number 8 right now worldwide.
But yeah, de 90 a 8.
Bueno, I don't know. The team.
Claro.
And because the team is... Again, because
100%.
I register in Mexico,
claro.
My team is from Mexico.
But what you've done from Mexico, what you're doing for Ricardo, what Ricardo's doing for DGR.
Ricardo's doing.
Should I say Mr. Salinas or?
Sí, no, Ricardo. He's a
noble friend.
He's a very generous and humble man. Extremely successful. At some point, he was the second richest man in Mexico after Carlos Slim.
Right.
So yeah, he's he's very down to earth and very humble and very nice.
I've been watching a lot of interviews, but I want to, because of him and because of the direction where you've taken this, I mean, I want to say thank you on behalf of DGR. I want to thank you, on behalf of the men and the motorcycle riders. I mean, this is a huge deal.
It is.
And you're so cool. Everything you do, it's so crazy and wild, but you do it so cool.
Es que, Brian, we're doing it. Thank you. Yeah, I guess, ¿cómo se dice? You don't boast. Boast? You don't boast about these things. I mean, you do them and you expect people to see them they need to feel very reachable, no? They need to feel that we're doing something together.
Claro.
You don't want people to think, oh, what he's doing or what she's doing, it's so unattainable. It's so far away from me. No, it's not far away from any of us. If you donate $10 to the DGR, you are part of the movement.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Canelo and donate $10,000 or Ricardo Salinas and donate $35,000 or George Lopez Foundation and donate $5,000. Your $10 make a difference. Like it makes a difference. So I will encourage people to visit a GFolk, GFolk, ¿se dice?
GFolk?
GFolk.me/Camil, my last name. And that's it. And donate. You don't have to be a writer to donate.
It's going to be right here.
It's going to be right here.
Right here.
Yeah. You don't have to be a writer. You don't have to ride motorcycles. That's a very common question I get. Do you need to be a motorcyclist? No. You need to just be willing to help men's mental health.
Yeah.
And if you're a writer, well,
even
create
better.
a profile on the DGR's webpage and create a profile and then join our team.
Yeah.
Italica Mexico and ride with us. If you're going to be in Mexico City, you can ride with us.
Yeah.
But no, you don't have to be a biker to donate and to help.
No, I was laughing right now because it's funny because I'll tell people like, oh yeah, I have a motorcycle podcast, and be like, oh, do I have to ride a bike to listen to it? And I'm like,
to listen to it, listen to it.
Like,
yes, actually,
but I don't ride.
Actually, we demand people to
while
you're riding.
No, we do not.
we
do not. We are joking. We're being sarcastic. But I've had people tell me that, or like, can I be on your podcast? But I don't ride. Like, no, it's okay, dude.
Of course, you can.
Life is a ride.
Life is a ride, exactly.
So ride balance.
Life is a ride.
Life, that's what it's about. Again, I've known you for so long.
Yeah.
The way people talk about you, the way you are, the way you carry yourself, your family, your kids, your career, your business.
Well, you too. We are great dads.
We are great dads. Great dad.
Is a great dad as well.
a great dad.
See.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
But it's not about us. It's about you.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were.
It's about you.
Okay.
I don't know if you hear it enough, but you are an awesome, down-to-earth guy.
Thank you, man.
I've had people approach me from all levels. I've told this to other people, but I've probably never told you. I have people approach me from all levels of life. And they're like, hey, Jaime? And I go, yeah. I worked on a show with him, and he was the greatest guy. And I saw him there, and he was so down-to-earth. And, you are an amazing dude.
Thankfully, I have interacted with these people on a good day.
Yeah.
Thankfully, because we all humans. We have good days and bad days.
we are, but you have also set that bar of do things to your best, have a good character and attitude.
Listen, when you go through life, you have to try your best to not be an asshole. No, I mean you interact with so many people, and you don't know if a PA is going to be a showrunner. And I don't mean this like como hacerlo porque I'm being nice because I don't know if eventually I'm going to need something from this. No. It's just it's a genuine. It's being nice in a genuine kind of way. Just
authentic.
Be nice, authentic. Let's just be authentic and nice because you do not know where people might end up, honestly, and at least leave people with a good impression of yourself, ¿no? Que el día de mañana puedan decir, no, pues I had an interaction with this person, or I said hi at a store, or I sold him coffee one day, and he was polite. At least, ¿no? At least was polite. That's very important, man. That's very, very important.
No solamente eso, pero un ejemplo, si por X o cualquier motivo algo pasa y people don't get along. Okay, we don't get along. We don't talk anymore. Yeah. Regardless of what the reason was, nobody can say, well, that guy was an asshole or was not an asshole. Like, there's still no room.
They're probably gonna, if they're upset, they're probably gonna, te van a levantar falsos, no? They're gonna, but that's fine. That's fine.
But they know they'd be lying to themselves and stuff,
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, motorcycle, DGR. Mexico, Lopez versus Lopez.
Lopez versus Lopez, renewed for season 3. Hopefully I'm gonna be a part of season 3. I'm giving my fingers crossed because I love Debbie Wolf and George Lopez. He's such a generous and kind man, and beyond beautiful soul. And I was very surprised to get to know him in a more personal level.
Yeah.
Because you hear stories,
right?
Good stories, bad stories, but you're like, listen, you have to formulate your own opinion, right? After meeting someone. And George is such a kind and generous guy. I really love knowing him and interacting with him. So hopefully Debbie Wolf, a writer, showrunner of the show, will have something for me for next season 3, because just interacting with them and the whole family and the whole cast, they're so nice. They're so generous. I mean, they're amazing. So hopefully I'm going to be doing something with them for season 3.
We're all looking forward to that. And again, I'm gonna take the place and say, I know you well enough that I've seen you work enough projects. Yeah. When you were working this project, it looked like you were having fun.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, you were texting me before, like, oh, I'm gonna go here, and you were texting the group, and it just, I've seen you work at other projects.
Yeah,
you like them, you talk about them, like, oh, we wrapped up today, but like every time you were done with these guys and we talked, you were having fun. You were like,
it's amazing. Well, it's because sitcoms are a joy. Sitcoms are a gift. Yeah. Schedule wise, when you're an actor and you have a sitcom, I mean, you work. I mean, the work schedule is so incredible. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
You work 5 days to shoot the episode. Well, 1 day because the audience comes in and it's a live show. But the first day you read the script for 2 hours and that's it. Go home. Second day, let's read the script and start blocking. 10 a.m. from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, you're gone. Bye.
Yeah.
Third day, the same. Fourth day, it's the one where we shoot the whole day because we pre-shoot the majority of the show or the whole show to have it in the can, just in case. And then the next day, we might pre-shoot something in the morning, and then we have the show at 5 p.m., the live audience show. That's it. Next episode.
And you're filming right here, right next to home.
NBC, Universal. Oh, my God.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, man. It's a very inconvenient 6-minute drive.
Yeah. Pobrecito.
Yeah, I know.
6 minutes.
Hey, listen. Unas por otras.
Ahora, una pregunta. Some inside detalles.
Yes.
The studio, ¿qué fue? Como hace 5 años that it burnt down?
Which one?
Universal had a burn down, remember?
I don't know. Really?
Or no, I think it was probably like 10 years, 10 plus years ago.
I
was going to ask you, what was the
change?
No,
what's funny about shooting at Universal Studios is it is a working studio, but it's also a tourist attraction.
Yeah, Universal Studios.
Yes. So you're walking to set and you're like, ah! So people start screaming. You're like, what the fuck? What's the fuck's happening right now? What? And it so happened that the transom, ¿cómo se llama? El train or transom? ¿Cómo se llama?
El tram.
El little tram, yes. El tram con 5 vagones, con 5 vagones de tourists.
De 20 personas cada uno.
Yeah, they just happen to see you or another celebrity or another public figure and they go crazy and you're like, oh my God, what?
Y te están gritando.
Sí,
in meantime, there's a set, like quiet on set.
Well, that is why it's called a sound stage. It's soundproof. It's soundproof, right? So thankfully the screams they don't get into the inside of the studio, but it's very cool.
Rattling.
It's very rattling, like Ivan would say. But honestly, the fun thing is that Lopez versus Lopez is the studio's right next to New York Street. Right next to New York Street. Nice. So the tram is going to go through there, yes. There's no way they're going to miss New York Street. And this is where Spider-Man was shot. And, the very famous upside-down kiss with, what's the name of the actress who did the...
Oh,
my God.
Coño.
Yeah. Bueno, we'll remember.
I'll edit it.
El upside-down kiss with the girl. He was here in the street.
Tobey Maguire.
I know, Tobey, but he was... Okay, we'll remember.
Sí. Just move your lips real quick, and then I'll put the voice.
Oh, of course. It was Kirsten Dunst.
Movie magic.
Ya no voy a poder, man. O sea, you see, es que this is the problem. This is the problem of suffering from OCD.
Yeah.
You
know what was my favorite moments of your OCD?
All of them?
Well, all of them, but there was one that was so hilarious. When we picked up the EV Hummer.
Yeah.
And it was they just cleaned the whole thing up. It was spotless, right? And then
Kirsten Dunst.
Woohoo!
Kirsten Dunst.
Kristen, call me. I don't know. Call me. Yes. So we're in the EV, and as we're sitting in the EV, we're messing around, we're playing everything, turning it on, all that stuff. And then I just, you ever use your knuckle for the screen so you don't get a fingerprint on the thing? So I just did this little knuckle thing, and he looks at me, he's like,
O sea, Roberto, you're my soulmate. You are my fucking soulmate.
He's like, did you just use the back
He went to the screen. He was checking something, and instead of going with the finger, he went with the knuckle. I'm like, this is so... He's my soul animal. No mames, this is like, I'm like, oh my God. I shed a tear.
That's hilarious.
A tear came out of my eyes.
And I reached over and I wiped it off.
Yes. and then we almost crashed. We
did. But then the car with the self-driving corrected itself.
Which one?
The
Hummer?
Yeah.
No, I corrected. I almost made a hole en el piso cuando frené el coche, casi le hago un hoyo al coche, cabrón. Sí. No es cierto, Haiti. Of course we're making this up.
Jokes.
Just kidding.
And then we almost had that thing with the Audi, the Tesla.
The Tesla
Model
3.
Okay, the new Prius drivers. Prius drivers.
Do we hate Prius drivers? Has it been established that we hate them?
It's not the person, it's the person with the car driving it but not the actual person.
That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
We hate Prius.
We hate Prius drivers.
Fuck you, Prius drivers.
No. Okay, no, fuck you.
I said that, not him.
But drive better.
Yeah.
Be better. Like in the wise words of Melania Trump, be best.
Be best.
Be best,
Be
Prius
best.
drivers. So no mamen.
And
no mamen, pinches hipsters. No mamen.
100%.
Sí.
And I'm going to say this because I split lanes enough that every time there's traffic, by the time I'm cutting lanes and I get to the front, it's always a Prius driver holding back the traffic.
Fucking Prius
Get
drivers.
past there, y de una. And now the Model 3 drivers are the new Prius drivers.
Oh, shit.
What was the abbreviation?
PPD.
PD?
PPD.
PPD.
Previous drivers.
Previous drivers.
I think now the Prius drivers, they want to be a bit cooler, so they decided to get a Model 3.
They want to move it up.
They want to move it up a little bit. And now we have noticing as motorcyclists that the Prius drivers, the Model 3 drivers drive very similar to Prius drivers.
Very similar. And everything that was about to be a motorcycle accident or an accident or a car accident, it involves a Model 3 or a Prius. Coño.
Do we have the statistics on this information?
Yeah, I do. It's like 120% last report that I saw. You do know 86.7% of statistics are made up, right?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't trust when, no?
Any statistics.
Shit.
Even TV. Remember the Nielsen reports?
Yeah.
You know how they did that, right?
No.
So they would have they would basically...
Just a sample.
They would basically, let's say you had 10 million people in LA.
Yeah.
All right? They would just interview 100 of them.
Yes.
And that 100 represented the...
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. You're right. It's like, for example, when they get like when they test the quality of the oceans, right? Obviously, they don't test the whole ocean, right? So what they do is they take a little, van a la mitad, they go to the middle of the Acapulco Bay, and they take a little test tube or something, go in the water, and take the water out. Now, if a gopher, ¿existe ese tipo de pescado? Sí, se llaman gophers.
Sí.
If a gopher happens to take a shit next to the sample tube, and that comes out,
or a whale
takes a dump next to the testing tube. Yeah. It's like, oh shit, Acapulco Bay is polluted by whale shit.
Right. Only Acapulco.
Only Acapulco. So it's really
it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. Entonces depende también, o sea, depende de dónde agarras el sample, right?
Claro, 100%.
For example, if they're going to sample the quality of bikers in Los Angeles, and they say, okay, we're going to take Jaime and Roberto, we're going to drive with them, and let's see how they drive. Puta!
No.
Their results are going to be the best
they're
motorcyclist drivers in the fucking universe are in Los Angeles.
And the insurance companies are going to say, if you want to save money on your insurance, get rid of your car and get a motorcycle based on these results.
100%. So, but should they trust that thing? No, that one they should, because this is
no.
Okay, well, don't trust any poll or
FYI,
statistics.
Don't. And FYI, that's how funny that little line is. 68.7% is made up.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
It could be anything.
It could be anything. See, it could be 33, 4.
Actually, I meant 32.6.
6, exactly. Yeah,
it's just to get an idea of the market, which, again, you get another 100 people, it's going to be different.
Yeah, well, the ratings are like that. So, like, some televisions have transponders.
Ahora sí.
So, but some of them, not all of them, and you take a sample.
Y bien poquito.
And you take a sample, or you go to malls, and you go
Survey.
and you do like good old style questionnaires. And please, could you please
But
answer
that's
this?
influence too, porque te están pagando típicamente como like 20,
Not really. No,
$50
sometimes they do it for free. And you know the focus groups. I've heard that a lot of focus groups or when they want to test new shows or episodes or whatever, you know where they do. I've heard. I don't know if this is accurate or not because you shouldn't trust these things. But I've heard that they do the screening of the shows or movies in Vegas.
Really?
Because apparently Vegas is a melting pot of America.
Right.
You have people from all over the country visiting Vegas.
Right.
From Kentucky to California to New York to fucking North
like
Dakota, like
15,
everybody.
15 million visitors a year.
Yes, it's crazy. So you are walking inside of the Bellagio or any of these casinos, and they're like, "Hey, do you mind watching a free screening of this new movie or this new episode and then answering a couple of questions for us?" Yeah, sure. You know, Vegas, everything that you give them for free, they're going to say yes.
Of course.
So, and that's how they get a lot of their
That's
data.
a good point. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good place to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
But you have a lot of mid-America there. Well, you have everybody there. You have everybody there.
Everybody there, I think. So, yeah, you have everybody there.
We have talked about the DGR. We have
DGR,
talked about the
cars.
amazing Harley Davidson.
Itálica, Ricardo Salinas, El Viaje a
The
México.
projects.
Follow us on social media
Oh
platforms.
yeah, see. Also, what are yours? Yours Right Boundless.
Mine's is at Ride Boundless. Everything at Ride Boundless. YouTube, Instagram. The website is ride-boundless.com.
What your personals are?
At Mr.
Mr.
Valderrama.
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 Oh my God, that's rattled by that last name. ¿Qué carajo se lleva?
At Jaime Camil.
All of mine are at Jaime Camil. I want to say Jamie Camil because todo el mundo la caga. Cuando digo Jamie, en vez de spell it Jaime, they spell it Jamie, which is incorrect.
No, yeah, that is super incorrect.
Sí, no, pues, pero es que Jamie is usually spelled like that, Jamie. But no, mine.
Jaime con H.
Jaime, no, puta, pero si vieras un día llegué a un Starbucks, Jaime, me pusieron High, como High, y the month of May. Jaime.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? Pedo, why?
Jaime.
You're gonna hurt yourself. Like, I went to that person, like, don't walk on the street, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Dude,
like, don't.
That's the most ridiculous one.
It's actually a good, you know what?
It's a good skit.
It's a good thing, but when you have to present someone and you don't know how to pronounce their name phonetically, and you have to, that's a good one. It could be Jaime. So no, I don't want to kill that guy. I actually want to thank you for giving me that little piece of, that Jaime. Jaime, and then you will go like M-A-Y, and you will like slash the May, como diciendo, don't say May,
That's
go
pretty gangster.
May.
That's pretty gangster.
I know.
Like if you did a movie and then you murdered the person before they died.
I tried to do that on Kimi, my movie with Zoe Kravitz, but she murdered me.
Yeah.
So I was successful.
If you would have murdered somebody and then they write Hi May, and that would have been the clue for like who killed that person. Ooh. And they're like, what's Jaime?
What's Jaime? I don't know. I love the month of May, but what the fuck is this?
Hello, month of May.
Hello, month of May. See, no, we thought. Well, so yes, all my social media at Jaime Camil, JaimeCamil, all of them.
All of them. Do you have a website?
All of them.
Website?
I do.
I don't think
because it doesn't exist anymore. No one cares about websites anymore. No one. So what I did on JaimeCamil.com, that's my website.
You don't need a website.
No, but I have I think they're linked to my social media platforms.
Right.
So on the website, you will have like a window that shows my Instagram posts, my X posts, and my YouTube posts, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, I mean, what, not, you don't even need them for e-commerce. Now it's everything through social media.
That's right.
And you can buy the products and whatever, or shop through the social media channels of the.
Pero sabes que a lot of that is attached to your website.
Oh.
So you need the website to function it, and then you link it. So like right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So right.
Like Heidi's salsa.
Right.
Like me like una salsa.
It goes through the website.
Ah, okay.
So por eso lo necesitas.
Sí. By the way,
yeah.
MinaLunaSalsa.com. That's my wife's. Yeah, MinaLunaSalsa.com. You were generous enough to post a little something there, so thank you for that.
And right now we're doing it again.
Oh, really? Yeah, exactly. MinaLunaSalsa.com.
Organic. Fresh vegetales.
Tomatillos and serrano and todo, a hint of truffle. You know what I think what the bottle is missing? Truffle flavor or truffle infused or truffle something.
If you do that 100%.
Yes, because a lot of people, they know that truffle means fancy.
Yeah.
And the salsa is very fancy and very delicious, but it only says salsa roja, red salt, which for a Mexican, salsa roja, salsa verde means everything. You know what we're talking about.
Right.
But for the mainstream market, you put salsa roja, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. The color of the salsa is red.
Right.
It doesn't mean anything.
Pero no solamente eso, cuando, I think even para los Latinos, when they see a salsa roja, okay, if they follow you, they know what it is.
Yeah.
But if they don't follow you, they're like, salsa, salsa roja, they're like,
See,
at this price, I can make it.
Exactly.
You had a little
No, you can't.
No. It took 4 years to get it done. It's okay. Oh.
I'm having so much fun.
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. No, I have a partially torn ligament on my right foot. Like my son would say, foots. Not feet, foots. I have a partially torn ligament on my right foot, so I've not been sleeping well.
Yeah. No, don't worry. And we didn't even write today because of the whole thing. There you go. So, but luckily we did this podcast and that's what we're doing. The salsa took, real quick story.
4 years.
4 years to
I was shooting Shmigadoon. In Vancouver. First NBC show back from COVID.
Right.
So borders are closed. If you go to Canada, you have to wait 14 days in quarantine. So it was like a 20-day shoot. But we couldn't go back and forth from Los Angeles to Vancouver and vice versa. So we ended up staying in Vancouver for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So we rented a house and everything. Then Heidi was cooking. She's an amazing cook and she perfected her craft while in Vancouver. And our landlady was sending Heidi hummus and Heidi sent her salsas. And Kristen was like, oh my God, you should commercialize this salsa. This is like a little slice of heaven. They're so good. So 4 years ago it started. And the story is beautiful, it's called Mila because Heidi's Chihuahua, which is the little alebrije, the little Chihuahua dog you see on the Mila logo. That was Heidi's Chihuahua, well, our Chihuahua, Heidi's Chihuahua, which she passed after 14 years. So then, like my movie Coco says, beautiful animals that are our pets, when they pass, they turn into alebrijes, which are fantastical creatures that protect you. So that's why Mila Luna. Alebrije?
Sí.
Alebrije. I think it's not a word for alebrije.
A mystical animal or maybe something like that?
Maybe you can do a little like alebrije.
So, mierda.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, okay.
Like it becomes a mystical. Yeah.
Alebrije.
Are you from LA?
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
Alebrije. No? No matter how many times, there's never a mistake. Okay, got it. Bueno, alebrije, chinga. Y entonces, so the little logo is a Mila, converted as an alebrije, and it's just a beautiful story. Mila Luna, and Heidi wanted the bottle to be a triangle because of the energy, and pyramids or triangles are very powerful when it comes to energy. And of course, our CEO was like, so Pasan, we need to roast the tomatillos, right? And Pasan was like, no, there's no way you want to roast tomatillos. What they do here in the US for mass producing salsas, they do pastes. So there is this paste that tastes like a jalapeno, or this paste that tastes like tomatillos. And Heidi was like, never. I'm not going to jeopardize or disrespect my mother's recipe and my grandmother's recipe.
Yeah.
So you have no idea the challenge it was to find a kitchen, a commercial organic kitchen that would say, yes, we'll put in the extra hours, or we'll bring in the extra labor to hand roast the tomatillos. The quality of this salsa, the process is just, it's like Trinidad's jeans, basically. But in salsa.
But in salsa.
Yeah, honestly.
And you had to find an organic kitchen and everything.
Oh, it's so difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult. But finally, we're there. We did a soft launch. It did very good. thankfully. But it's a process to get that brand awareness. From right wing to get that brand awareness out there. It's a process.
Well, not only the brand awareness. Well, forget the brand awareness and everything else. Just to get the approved kitchen, just to get the organic label on it, just to get all that filing.
100%.
And after COVID, it seems like all the permits and permissions are even longer and harder to get, and
costly. Heidi had to do the course of being a general manager at a commercial kitchen or at a restaurant. I don't know what's the name of the course, but she certified herself as a manager and commercial kitchen runner. I don't know what the word. I don't know but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Heidi, I want to say congratulations on the salsa. Jaime, congratulations on the salsa. Tastes amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It's my son's favorite.
I know, Marco loves it, right?
I swear, he wants to put on everything. He wants to put on everything.
I ordered it April.
No!
Put it on the camera.
Trinidad, yes!
No, it shows your address. It shows your address.
No, yeah, don't show your address, Trini, no.
No, it doesn't have my address.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trini just bought the salsa.
No, I bought
Thank you,
it April
brother.
20th.
Oh, you bought it on April 20th?
Yes.
Nice.
You got it, of course, then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, awesome.
Beautiful.
Did you like it?
Love it.
Oh, nice.
I didn't like it. I love it.
I love it.
I love
Nice.
No, it's amazing.
Oh,
Your
that's so
success,
nice.
your career, your family. I wish
Yes,
you a lot
Robert.
more.
Thank you very much,
I am
brother.
so excited that we're going to Mexico.
Oh, it's going to be fun. You never been to Mexico, right?
What's that?
You never been?
Oh no, I didn't.
To Mexico City?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
I've been everywhere.
Nice. I was trying to be nice, like, oh, it's going to be so bad. You could have lied to me.
Well,
No, it's my first time. It's going to be
not
with
in
you. Oh, my
Polanco.
God.
Not in Polanco.
Ah, okay.
Never.
Okay, cool.
Never been to Polanco. Never seen that area. I mean, I kind of seen.
Yeah.
I seen a little whatever.
Yeah.
But I was only there for like 2 days. I went there 3 times for like 2 days each time, and it was just business meetings.
Just business meeting. No, now you're going to have fun.
No, this time I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy that there's some guys in our group gonna make it. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We're gonna be writing Italicas.
Italicas, custom Italicas,
Awesome.
or not custom, but they're, listen,
Yeah.
they have the wheels.
Yeah.
Good enough in
They
my
look
book.
amazing.
They look amazing, yeah. They're very solid.
And
They
all
just
the
launched
styles are
the Vitalia. They just launched their scooter. They're very like Italian, kind of like Vespa kind of bike called Vitalia.
We should just ride the scooter.
I know, man.
Why not?
We should ride Vitalias.
You're
You're right. I'm going to ask my friend
no se caliente.
Juan Pablo Martín del Campo, who used to represent Harley Davidson in Mexico and Latin America. He used to represent Triumph in Mexico and Latin America. I believe now he's going to work for Italica.
I don't know if this is. You just made me think about the bikes and motorcycles. Can we give a shout out to the attorneys?
Oh yeah! God, they're amazing.
Dude.
Quill and Arrow.
Quill and Arrow.
Quill and Arrow.
Is the most. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I know you're super VIP. For my status.
In my mind.
For my no, in the world, you are the highest VIP. Jaime, I swear, I've seen some beautiful things in this world, and
Yeah.
I've had some great services in this world. When I reached out to them and they said, "Hey, we don't really do motorcycles and blah blah blah," I said, "I get it, I understand. I've spoken to many law offices." When you made that phone call for me and said, "Hey, if there's something, this is it,"
Yeah.
I got it. When they reached out to me and I sent them all the information and they saw what was happening, the phone call, the follow-up, the walkthrough
The
of
text.
the contract, the text message, the email,
Yeah.
the assistant then responding, their service just over that
Yeah.
was so VIP
It's
and
incredible.
so personalized and so professional.
It has to be the best
I think no
lemon law firm in the nation.
in the nation.
100%.
These guys, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're incredibly good. Crazy good.
The interaction, and I get it.
Yeah.
If you don't have a case with them, or you don't have a strong enough case, or if you're not documenting your stuff, I get it. But like, if you have a case, which is, it's not hard to get a case, these guys are number one.
Yeah.
These guys are number
100%.
one. If you're having an issue with your vehicle, a car or a motorcycle, even though they don't favor motorcycles too much, call these guys up.
Yeah. Quill and Arrow. They're amazing.
Quill and Arrow.
Yes.
Thank you for that contact.
Claro,
and
of
thank you
course.
for everything.
Hell yeah.
Hermano, keep it short. Done. 50 minutes.
Gracias,
Love you.
Robert. Oh, es que
Love
the
the
thing is that
family.
it's awkward because Robert and I are friends. So those are the podcasts. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to talk about? Like what we did yesterday? Like what's that?
Hey, Alfred's Coffee.
Alfred's
Shout out to
Coffee.
Alfred's Coffee.
Kick
That's
stands
our
up
fucking
at what
spot.
time? Exactly.
No, we're good, man. Thank you.
That's what, Robert. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.